I've been taking care of my father with Alzheimer's dementia for 6 years. And there's three things I've learned that's turned it from impossible to possible. And I'd like to share those with you today because these have made a world of difference as far as the ability to take care of them and the making it easier. And it's never easy being a caregiver, but it took away some of the challenges. Number one is taking nicotine out of his life. I know nicotine won't apply to all of you, but huge difference getting it out of his life. You know, nicotine ramps you up. It's a stimulant. And so some of the symptoms of Alzheimer's and dementia get amplified, like manic, paranoia, some of that negative stuff. It makes it more intense. Go off on tangents, ideas, feeling empowered, and just up and down mood swing type stuff. Getting that out of his life made a huge difference. The other one is alcohol. Yeah, because as they deal with this or this stuff develops in them, meaning Alzheimer's dementia, their ability to regulate kind of goes out the window. So having alcohol available, it turns into binge drinking. And that's really hard to deal with because this person's an adult and you're supposed to treat them like an adult, but yet they're having these childlike behaviors where it's like, if they're allowed to do how they want, it's very self-destructive. So the easiest thing was just to get it out of his life. And me not drinking makes it easier because he also sets an example. It's like, we just don't keep alcohol in the house anymore because we live under the same roof. And to avoid that problem, we just don't have it. The next one is caffeine, and very similar to nicotine. So my father doing all three of these things at once, man, the manic behavior, the up and down, just huge mood swings and not sleeping and just all this stuff amping him up and disrupting his whole flow and then triggering some of his symptoms to, magnifying them. Just impossible to deal with, wanting to fight and difficulty and just lots of negative, heavy behavior where it's, dealing like with a rebellious teenager, for example. And so eliminating caffeine, huge thing also for making him more manageable, just leveling him out. Because like I said before, if doesn't have the ability to regulate the stuff, his intake anymore, and he'll just go on binges with it. A lot of caffeine, a lot of nicotine, a lot of alcohol. It's like dealing with a rock star, This guy just wants to party and make noise and scream and shout and all that kind of stuff. But he's also, a vulnerable adult under your care. So this doesn't make your life easier. It makes your life impossible. And so, yeah, cutting all three of those out. Oh my God, the manic episodes are gone. He's level. He's more even keeled, we'll say. It's not perfect by any means, but oh my God, is it much more manageable? So I highly encourage you. How you get those out of his life? I mean, you're gonna have to use your own creative ways to do it. Some ways are easier than others. For getting caffeine out of his life, I just switched all his coffee to decaf, for example. Caffeine and the cigarettes, that I was just, I'm done buying them. He wasn't able to go get them himself, so that caused some pushback, of course, but once it was out of his life, it was just so much easier. Highly encourage you, get rid of those three things if you're a caregiver for somebody. If you're having a lot of difficulty, a lot of pushback, a lot of breakdown, meltdown episodes, I guarantee you this stuff will make it go away. Anyways, if you enjoy this kind of content, hope you're doing well. Give me a like, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. Take care. God bless.